I wanted to save money, but I certainly didn't want to look cheap. But I found ways. I did quit my job. What are 17 frugal living ideas? Yes, 17 tips and ideas for you to save money, to quit your job faster without looking cheap in front of your colleagues. Because when I wanted to quit my job, I wanted to save money, but I certainly didn't want to look cheap in front of my colleagues, because there I was living this specific lifestyle. I was a corporate manager. So yes, I had the pressure of appearing, in certain clothing or sometimes going to certain events, and all of that costed money. But I found ways and frugal living habits that really helped me save money, even keeping up with that lifestyle and not looking cheap in front of anybody. Nobody noticed. I did quit my job, and I'm still using these frugal living habits and ideas because it became part of me, and it actually makes life simpler and easier, and I feel happier. So I'm just continuing with these. Now, these are definitely gonna help you as well to save more money, to quit your job faster. And if you know me, I travel the world. So all of these habits are travelable around the world. So these are nothing to do with utilities or saving electricity or water or any of that, which are great, by the way. But these are literally 17 ways that I am still presently using, and that can help you to save money, to live more frugally, and to quit your job faster. If you are ready, I'm going to count to 3 and we can get started. If you hit that like button, 1, 2, 3. Number 1, used items. Books, a car, kitchen appliances, jewelry, clothing. You can buy used items that are as good as new, and used does not mean bad. I started buying used items more and more, and hey, it's so much cheaper and it's as good as new. Number 2, rent items, don't own them. You can rent pretty much anything, from clothing to jewelry to a car to a home to an apartment. You can rent so much, you don't have to own it, and it will save you a lot of money. Number 3, buy at the right time. That does not mean buy on sales, because then you might end up buying things that you actually don't need, but things that you know that you need, buy it at the right time. That means think about Black Friday. Great opportunity to buy at the right time the item that you have been waiting for, that you wanted to buy. Think about winter season when you want to buy winter clothing. Wrong. You buy your skis and your winter accessories and equipment and all of that after the winter. Think about flights. You buy them off, you buy them in advance. So think about the right time when you buy things that are gonna save you a lot of money. Which brings me to number 4, flights. Buy your flights not only in advance, but also travel off season. I am literally sitting in Australia right now where it's winter. So I left the summer in Europe, where flights are now very expensive because everybody's there and it's summertime and it's great. And I'm here in Australia. My flight was so much cheaper. So if you don't have any kids, and if you can, go somewhere off season. Number 5, sell your stuff. If you know me, I sold everything, my belongings and my home. And I'm not saying you have to be that extreme, but sell. I started selling while I was still in my job, and I found clothing, shoes, things that I hardly wore, things that I've hardly used, like, a pasta machine or a gift or a frame or vases and decorations that you actually never use or not really need. And I started selling that, and there's so much money that you can make from that, and it's really fun. Plus you're helping somebody else, make use of something that you're not using anyway. So you're not only making money, you're also helping somebody else. Then store brands. Yes, there are some amazing brands like Nike or Apple, or I don't want to make any commercial here, and they are great, but there are alternatives. You will find that frugal people are browsing around and comparing, and you can find really good quality of accessories or anything that you need for a cheaper price. Number 7, if you know me, you have seen me travel around the world, and I always have a bicycle. I bike everywhere, and yes, it became a fun thing, but also a frugal habit, because biking saves me so much money on public transport. I admit I do not like public transport one bit. I hate waiting for something. I hate, having to stick to a schedule. I guess that's why I also escaped my job, and I never liked working for a boss, because you have to stick to a schedule, and I just want pure 100% freedom. So I walk and I bike everywhere, unless the distance is really too far, and that is an exception. But I walk and I bike. So it's great exercise, and it's an amazing frugal habit. Number 8, and you probably are going to be surprised about this one. That is, choose frugal friends. Yes, choose frugal friends. I used to try and keep up, with my colleagues, and I used to try and keep up with so many people, but it cost money. Saying yes to these high demanding friends that we sometimes have, or maybe family members, or trying to appear, like you can do it all and afford it all, which is great, but why? It costs money. You're wasting money. So instead of hanging out with these people that were like always eating out and having a drink here and a drink there and a snack here and a bite there, it's too expensive. So I rather have friends that are not luxury, high demanding, but we have fun and joy, and it doesn't have to cost money at all. Number 9, are you liking it so far? Then hit that like button, please. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe as well. Number 9, and actually I'm thinking about money. There is this little heart-shaped thanks button right below this video if you care to donate just a little bit so I can make so much more content for you. That would really be nice. That's not a tip though, it is just a suggestion for you. But number 9 is reuse water bottles. I use my water bottle everywhere. I take it with me everywhere. On the plane, in the airport, it saves so much money to not spend money on buying bottles of water or any other drink, and I just refill. Plus, it's really good for the environment. Number 10 already, get rid of subscriptions. Have a look at all the subscriptions, all the hidden ones that are costing you money and that a lot of times we're not even aware of them. Do you have some software, some, hardware, some maybe on your website, or some memberships, or, all these monthly subscriptions, magazines, or a lot of it is online, that if you can make a list of that and you'd be aware of all the monthly spending that you're not even realizing, you probably can cut down some of them, and that will save you money. Number 11, so important, the need versus the want. For every item that you purchase, ask yourself, do I really need this, or do I just want it? Is it something that I just like and it's nice to have, or do I really need it? Because a need is a necessity. You have to buy that. You have to spend your money on that. But a want is just nice to have. So ask yourself, could you reduce the wants to have and just stick to the needs, or at least reduce the wants? Number 12, make your own coffee. Okay, this is really logical, but we spend so much time, and I love a really good latte. I really do. And exceptionally, I will allow myself to buy one. But most of the time I will make my own coffee, have a coffee mug with me, and just take it with me. It not only saves on the environment of all these throwaway coffees, but it really saves you a lot of money. And it's a frugal habit that just do it several times. Just reduce your takeaways of coffees and try making your own. It will really save you money. Number 13, stop those takeaways. Make your own salad will cost you about $5. Buying a salad will cost you about $15. So in a week of 5 days, it will save you up to $50 a week. A week times 52 in a year. I mean, seriously, it's going to save you so much money. Even cheaper, make your own sandwich. Just pack it up and take it with you, and it will save you so much money. Next, plan your meals around the bargains. Yes, look at the grocery store sales and what is on sale, and plan your means around that. You know what you want to eat, you know what you like to snack, and if those items are on sale in certain weeks, then plan your meals around that. If certain vegetables and fruits are on sale, then plan your meals around that. Be creative and plan it around that. It will save you so much money. Number 15, my 48-hour rule. Well, sometimes it's 24 hours, sometimes it's 48 hours. What does it mean? I sleep on everything. Every purchasing decision that I make, I sleep on it. Because 50% of the chances are that you wake up the next day and you're like, I don't really need that. Whether it's a course or a software or a product or a book or a jewelry or a clothing item, all of this, I sleep on it. I give myself 24, sometimes 48 hours. And seriously, it saves me so much money because I realize I don't really need it and I can do without it. There's 2 more to go and I want to read your comments below. What are you liking so far? What is something that you're already doing? What is something that you're thinking, hey, I found a great one here that I want to start implementing in my frugal living habits? Ooh, I love my last one, but I'm gonna stick to 16, and that is say no to the quick bites. A quick snack here, a quick drink here. Let's just have a quick bite there. No. I stopped doing that because it adds up and it's so much more expensive. It comes back to preparing your own meal and just resisting to going out. Maybe you could have dinner at home and then go out for a dessert. I'm not saying you have to say no to everything, okay? Please. You know, there are exceptions. I still buy my latte. I still sometimes go out. I still enjoy a meal. But I reduced it so much and it saved me so much money. And yeah, I'm really enjoying my life and I feel really happy and I really don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. Now, last but not least, and that is, if you know me, you know I love exercising, and a gym membership is expensive. I mean, and depending around the world, some are cheaper than others, but still, it's a monthly big expense. And you know I'm traveling the world, and every time I look for a gym. But there is a little thing that you can do, and that is look for free trials. So every time I arrive into a new country, I will first do the free trials, and sometimes it's a 1-day free trial, sometimes it's a 5-day free trial, and actually right now I found some gym that had an anniversary and they're offering 15 free-day trial. So hey, lucky me, I don't have to pay anything. Besides that, sometimes I don't even go to a gym and I really spend time and I watch YouTube videos. I have my resistant bands and I just work on my own, and half an hour big intensive workout. You just find anything on YouTube and that is completely zero cost and completely free. Plus, exercising is really good for you. Some of these tips and frugal living habits might be very useful to you. Some of them might take a little more time to get into that habit, but in my case, it's becoming part of me. What started as a necessity became part of me, and I traveled around with these frugal living habits, and it makes me happier. My life is simpler and I'm more fulfilled. So if you want to know more about quitting your job, which is what I've done, and achieve financial freedom, and what are those steps to achieve it, what are ways to save money but also make more money, I will link those important videos right below, and the most important are going to pop in right here. Have a look and save more money and start making money so that you can quit your job and have financial freedom. See you there.